I'm very fortunate to have been drafted as early on as I was, but I can't help thinking that something's bothering me. Now I don't know whether that was not winning the Royal Rumble, or maybe it was suffering my first defeat at the hands of Daniel Bryan. Whatever the case, I can look back on my career from winning an Olympic gold medal, to winning championships all around the world, to being undefeated for 3 years here in this company. But I am getting older, and that's something that's recently caught up to me, and I know that the future of this company is uncertain at this time, and in many ways so is the career of Kurt Angle. Maybe this sounds out of character, so to speak, but I have been considering retiring for a while. And whether you've cheered me or you booed me, you cannot deny I put in the best freaking performance on the card. Each night in, each night out, for you. All that I have left in my career is to win the World Championship here. But after the Royal Rumble, it doesn't look like that's going to happen for me. So I hate to say this, but I feel a little bit lost. And if this is it, I just want to tell everybody that...
Oh, now what is this? Well, I know that music, and Kurt Angle certainly also knows that music. And he is a man who has also been drafted to this brand. This man is Kevin Owens, but what is he doing out here now? It seemed as though Angle, with a sense of remorse, which is quite welcome to me, he was seemingly going to retire, it seemed, or go away for a while, but what is Kevin Owens doing out here?
I felt it was my civic duty to come out here because you were going on and on and on, bitching and moaning. I have worked for everything I have been given here in this company from the day I stepped through those doors. But you've been handed everything in your entire career. You lose one match here, one stinking match, and you're out here crying about retirement. I had to wrestle for food in gas stations. I wasn't propelled to the top of the Olympics and the top of the wrestling world. Unlike you, I've had to work and scratch and claw for everything I've been handed. And yet, the people look at you as some godlike figure in the wrestling world. They see you as the pinnacle of wrestling. And it boggles my mind, Kurt, it truly does. All I'm trying to do is provide for my family, and each time you step into a ring, I know you are taking a paycheck from me because you can't seem to let go. With each victory, you didn't use it to your advantage. Do you know what's something, Kurt? I'm undefeated here, but nobody has the balls to talk about it. Nobody wants to say Kevin Owens hasn't been pinned, he hasn't been submitted, because I never won the Olympics, I never broke my freaking neck, and yet you are held in a higher standard than I am. And Kurt, it disgusts me. It sickens me to know that you are still here, clinging on to a fading past. You need to step aside, step off, and let the future take this brand to the very top of the wrestling world. Now you can walk out of here graciously with your tail between your legs and retire like you should have done a while ago, or I'll do the humane thing and put you down myself.
I get that Kevin Owens wants to make an impact here on this brand, but is this the right way to do it? Kurt Angle was about to deliver a heartfelt speech. Oh my god! There's a super kick and a pop-up powerbomb. And while you made your point, Kevin Owens here on metal wants to make an impact, and it seems as, oh no, for God's sake, this isn't necessary. You've proved your point. And Kevin Owens, oh my god, picking up Kurt Angle and dropping him with a powerbomb on the apron. And Kevin Owens is, Jesus Christ, look at that. His metal career had only just begun, and it may be over. Well, if Kurt Angle wasn't going to retire before, he may have to now. Kevin Owens has proved right there that he is a force to be reckoned with on this brand. truly sickening display we just witnessed here tonight. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Metal, the final Metal, before the brand split takes in full effect. That means tonight you're going to see NLW and Metal wrestlers combined before the results of the draft are put into place officially on our next NLW episode. But what a sickening way to kick off the show. Kurt Angle almost going to retire, we thought. However, Kevin Owens came out, challenged him, and then hit a pop-up powerbomb onto the ring apron, and maybe Kurt Angle has no choice but to retire right now. Also live here tonight, we understand that Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental Champion, will confront the Commissioner over the heinous actions this past week, which saw Stone Cold Steve Austin crushed in an automobile and taken out of action. The Commissioner's also busy here tonight, considering he's running Metal tonight for the first time. He's putting in his final shake-ups and changes into place before the brand split officially takes place and goes into full effect. One of the men drafted to Metal was Roman Reigns, and he was in action here tonight against Aaron Rex. Now, I don't want to disrespect the competitor that is Aaron Rex, but Roman Reigns, it's just no match for him. And Roman Reigns knows that he's got this one in the bag. And you see Arn Anderson there, this is more of an exhibition for Roman Reigns here on Metal as Rex gets decked with the Superman punch and the fans boo in anticipation for the spear.
1, 2, 3!
And once again, it was written already that Roman Reigns is going to win this matchup, and Arn Anderson makes sure that Roman looks strong here in his first appearance on Metal since the brand split, and he looks dominant. Oh, but what is this? Well, listen to the reception that the Hardcore Champion is getting. Here is another man who was drafted to Metal, and isn't this interesting? Two former Shield mates about to come face to face in the centre of that ring.
Since we are going to be working together, I thought I'd reintroduce myself, but I know that you know who I am damn well. What happened to you, man? Roman. You used to be cool, dude. What happened? All the stories we had driving up and down the road, driving the shows. Some good times, but I guess you've changed. Because the Roman Reigns that I knew wouldn't be hanging out with some schmuck who tells him what to do. The Roman that I knew wouldn't take any crap from anybody. And I can see Arn over there working his fingers to the strings that are attached to you. You have become the puppet that we fought against. We were the Shield. We were the most dominant group in professional wrestling. We raged against the Machine Man night in, night out. To anybody who said we weren't the best faction in wrestling, we took them out. And when you debuted here, I was excited. I was excited to be working with my buddy, but you're not my buddy anymore. You're a stooge. And whether you like to call yourself a mercenary to fight the Commissioner, I fought the Commissioner, but I didn't have anybody telling me what to do, and why, and where, and how. I'm my own man, and the Roman Reigns that I knew was his own man, and it saddens me to see what you've become. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put my fist out, and I'm going to expect that you do the same. We reunite the Roman Reigns that I knew, the Roman Reigns that these people originally loved, and we are going to join forces. The choice is yours, man, but I want my friend back.
Well, that was completely the opposite way I thought this conversation was going to go. And he outstretches the fist. And Arn Anderson asking Roman, you're not really going to accept this, are you? But he does! And the Shield reunites, but Arn Anderson is not happy about that. And now Arn Anderson in the clutches of Ambrose. Oh my God, what a spear. Well, Roman Reigns appeared to have buried the hatchet, but instead spearing the man who, let's face it, helped him get to the position where he is today. Arguably, without Dean Ambrose, there would be no Roman Reigns, and Reigns showing how much appreciation he has right there. He spears his former friend.
Well, the reasons are plentiful for why I didn't draft you, Miz, but the fact of the matter is you haven't won in months. In fact, I can't recall the last time you ever won a match. So you're lucky that I've given you this opportunity by signing you as a free agent. I've given you a job, now it's your duty and your job to make an impression. I'm not happy. Despite the travesty of not being drafted, I'm going to prove why The Miz is the A-lister he claims to be. Excuse me, Mr. Commissioner, what the hell was your problem? I am an undefeated talent here and the most gorgeous face in professional wrestling, and yet you didn't draft me. Why is it that a face like this couldn't even get on the damn list of 21 individuals? Why? Okay, the reason? You weren't drafted, and I went over this numerous times with your agent. You have not signed a contract. So therefore, you are not on the list of eligible wrestlers to be drafted. Why was that? I have fashion lines all over the world that I have to consult. I'm at VIP parties all the time. I have to do photo shoots, modelling work. The world of fashion needs me. I can't just commit to this rinky-dink little promotion. Well, that's exactly what you did by signing with my brand. From now on, I'm your first port of call. Metal is your main priority, and you wrestle for me. Well, you just better hope that you give this face the TV time it deserves. Because this face, this brings the ratings, baby. And this is exactly what you expected when you signed me up. So I look forward to showing the uggos out there in the audience that I am the best wrestler on this brand.
Two more wrestlers going at it here tonight, who have recently been drafted to Metal. Diamond Dallas Page, the veteran, and the up-and-comer Jimmy Havoc. There's the elbow, but a kick out by Havoc, and Havoc, a former hardcore champion here. And in Diamond Dallas Page first, one-on-one singles matchup. He looked for the clothesline, and instead hooked into a sleeper, which Jimmy Havoc calls suicide silence. And it may be over so as soon as it began, but there you see, gets a foot on the ropes just about. DDP doesn't want to lose in his debut match here, but right now tries to find solace in the ropes, but there's Havoc once again. A curb stomp on the apron. And Terry Funk, Jimmy Havoc's mentor, guiding him along the way, now going to look for that vertebraker, but trying to kick his way out of it. And from out of nowhere, Jimmy Havoc felt the burn. There was the diamond cutter, and DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, wins in his debut match. In his first singles match here in No Limits Wrestling, he's cut his way to victory, and well, Havoc's not happy about that, and neither is Terry Funk. Terry Funk is not happy that his protege lost here, and now, he's going to take out on DDP, and is that a branding iron? A branding iron, and there's no way he's going to try and brand Diamond Dallas Page, but look who it is! The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, coming to the aid of Diamond Dallas Page. And it was this past week on NLW where Cody Rhodes was about to get his arm broken by Pentagon Jr. And then it was DDP who came to the save that week. And tonight, Cody Rhodes has returned the favour, and this is quite the alliance right here.
My mind is spent. My body is broken, yet I am ready for war. Trapped, isolated, locked away from society. These sick games we play, the twisted, demented steel. Are you ready for war? No Limits Wrestling presents Desolation live on pay-per-view.
I saw what happened last week. I had to sit at home watching my friends, the Young Bucks, get their arse handed to them by the Dudleys, and it made me want to puke. What they did to the Young Bucks, what they did to Stone Cold Steve Austin, that damn right pissed me off. But everybody knows what I am capable of. They've seen me do battle with everyone and anyone, and they know that I fight for what is right. And if that means taking a 2-on-1 arse kicking, then that's fine by me. So Dudleys, Bubba Ray, Devon, either of yous, get your arse to this ring so I can kick yours. If you thought what you did to the Bucks was bad, just wait for what I have in store for yous.
Well, they are going to be working together on metal. They might as well get acquainted right now. Finn Balor has called out Bubba Ray and Devon. And it sounds as if those damn Dudleys are going to accept the challenge. And of course it's a 2-on-1 fight, so of course they're going to accept it. But the matchup here is scheduled to be Devon Dudley against Finn Balor, and Finn doesn't want to wait. And Devon on the back foot here, but a shot by Finn, the knife edge off the ropes, and there's that elbow by Devon, and the way that Bubba Ray and Devon took out the Young Bucks this past week, as well as Stone Cold Steve Austin and the world champion Shawn Michaels, was quite violent. And that's an understatement, but right now, Finn Balor trying to revenge what happened to the Young Bucks, the paroxysm to Devon Dudley, and now Bubba Ray trying to get the distraction of the referee. And there you see a missile dropkick to Devon. Well, not to Devon. Devon's in the ring. Bubba Ray on the outside and a sling blade to Devon in the ring. And Finn Balor wants to get his first victory as a metal competitor. He is going to the top rope, looking for the coup de grace. And now he's punished, but oh, look at this. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh no, not again. And those are those two masked men who helped run over Stone Cold Steve Austin last week, and they've got nightsticks. And now working over the ribs of Finn Balor with those nightsticks. Those were the two men in the trucks. Oh! And look who's back! Steel chair shots to the masked men. AJ Styles with the steel chair. And both of those masked individuals scurry out of the ring. And Finn Balor was knocked senseless with those nightstick shots. And now AJ Styles comes to the aid of his friend Finn Balor. And Balor and AJ thwart the challenge of these masked men who helped in the heinous actions of last week. The Bullet Club stands tall.
Clearly, I think I need to clear the air with you, Kevin. How about you start by telling me what the hell you were thinking when you drafted me to your brand? I don't know, I wasn't thinking, I was just goaded into it by Austin. Look, there's not going to be any problem between us anymore. You made that very clear when you told me to stay away from you. Now, I understand this is a difficult situation, but nobody knows anything. I haven't told anybody anything about any of this. So you and me, aside from this conversation, we don't even have to have anything to do with each other. I'll book your matches, that's a behind the scenes thing. I won't get involved in your business, like Kurt Angle for example. You want a match with Kurt Angle? I can give you a match with Kurt Angle. That situation has nothing to do with me. Do you know what, you son of a bitch? You have some nerve making promises when you've shown by your track record that you don't give a damn about honouring your promises. Provided you don't screw me over in any way by booking me in a stupid match. It's like this conversation never happened. You got that? What conversation?
It's an old cliche to say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. However, the commissioner has put that into practice by drafting Kevin Owens to metal. Obviously, there's some hidden problem that we don't know about. There's apparently an issue from their past that is still causing issue with both Kevin Owens and the commissioner. The commissioner just wants to put it away, but the commissioner cannot escape Kevin Owens' questioning. Now that they're working together, are we going to see more details about this relationship unfold? And we talk about enemies in this business. There are no two more bitter enemies than Sting and Bray Wyatt here in No Limits Wrestling. Sting was taken out a while back by being set on fire inside a casket by Bray Wyatt, and since then Sting has almost been like a ghost, haunting Bray Wyatt wherever he goes. We've seen him in the rafters in pay-per-views, and most recently at the Royal Rumble he came down from the ceiling to distract Bray Wyatt, eliminating him from the Royal Rumble. The next night he had a match against Shawn Michaels for the World Championship, which once again Sting came down from the rafters, hit a death drop on Kane, the disciple of Bray Wyatt, ensuring that Bray Wyatt did not win the World Championship. As we creep closer towards WrestleMania, Sting is becoming a major thorn in the side of Bray Wyatt. And although we had not seen Sting on metal thus far in the evening, Bray Wyatt was convinced that he was out there somewhere.
Oh, these fun games we play, man. These fun games. Where are you? Where is Sting in this arena tonight? I haven't seen him. Maybe he's over there or over there. Who knows where Sting is? Why, Sting, do you have to feud with me? You know my power. I was the man that took you out, man. I was the one who locked you in that box, lit you ablaze and sent you packing. But no, you decided to stick your nose in my business. First of all, you were hanging around, and then you decided to interfere in my business. I could have won the Royal Rumble, and you ruined that, Sting. And then I was about to win the world title, and you ruined it again. So why can you not just let this go, Sting? You are so deluded. You think you can try and take me down. Are you trying to start some sort of revolution? Because that's what it seems like. You know, you watch over everything I do. You think yourself as some kind of god. Well, there is only one god in this company, Sting, and you're looking at him. Bray Wyatt is the only true god here in this company. I have seen it all, and my followers know that I am the guiding light that leads them in the right direction, Sting, and you're just trying to be some sort of demon trying to interfere in my business. Are you trying to overthrow the monarchy? Because that's what it sounds like. You're trying to overthrow the kingdom. Well, Sting, you can be the champion of the people, but I will still rule as your king of the ring. So you've had your fun, you've had your games, so Sting, I'm right here. All you have to do is show up, Sting. Follow the buzzards.
Well, this isn't Sting, but it is a man from the other side of the tracks. And why is he even here? Well, he is here, and that is Cactus Jack. And Bray Wyatt talks about being a scary man. This is one of the most violent men in the history of pro wrestling. This is Cactus Jack.
Can't you see, Bray? This feud with Sting has poisoned your mind. I know what it's like to have a rival eat at your brain and eat at your soul, but you can't let him do this. I see a lot of myself in you, Bray, and you of all people know what it takes to be a champion, but you're losing your mind. I've done it before, Bray, and let me tell you, I regret a lot of what I've done. I've put my body through hell. I've been thrown off of cages. I've been put through tables, barbed wire, blown up. You have no idea how to deal with this situation you're in. And although I haven't agreed with a lot of what you've done, I feel it's my duty. I see a lot of myself in you, Bray, as I said, and I'm not here to judge. I'm here to save you. Because I don't want anybody else to go through what I've been through in this business. It eats away at me. I can't sleep. I've got a busted hip. All because I took it too far. And when you set Sting on fire, you took it too far. I don't want you to turn into me. Sting is making you lose your mind, and I need to tell you, get a grip. This whole cult, this whole situation, has gone far enough. I know you are the son of a legendary performer. Where is little Bray? Where did he go? Because what I see now is a deluded man, a man clouded by anger. You're crazy, Bray, and for me, that's saying something. From personal experience, I'm begging you, don't pick this fight, because Bray, you will not win. Sting has already won. He's in your brain. Just think about it, Bray. Don't make the same mistakes I made. Hardcore wrestling has crippled me. It has maimed me, and I don't want to see it happen to you. Cactus, cactus, cactus. You called me sick. You called me twisted. You think I'm demented? And you're right.
And now Bray Wyatt attacks Cactus, but Cactus comes back. Bray Wyatt is a crazy man. And now that knee in the corner, and clotheslines him out. And if there's one man you don't want to tick off, it's Cactus Jack. Jack came out here to help Bray Wyatt, to try and talk some sense into him. But Bray Wyatt is beyond saving. He's out of control, and now, almost maybe no. It's Kane. Kane, the disciple of Bray Wyatt, and lifts him up. Oh my God. A chokeslam from the apron to the hard floor. And Cactus Jack He talked about being a broken man from years of pain and suffering, and he was trying to help Wyatt, but Wyatt doesn't want to hear it. The Sister Abigail into the barricade. Cactus Jack, as we all do, sees the demented descent into madness of Bray Wyatt because of the situation with Sting. And now this is what he's going to get for his efforts. A tombstone on the floor. Jack wanted to help. Bray Wyatt instead saw it as an opportunity to inflict more damage, inflict more frustration over the situation with Sting. In Wyatt's mind, every soul he comes into contact with is Sting, and they must suffer. And Cactus Jack suffered here tonight. And where are they taking him now? Kane has Cactus on his shoulders, and now, where are they going with Cactus?
Yo man, I'm telling you, I am pumped, I am ready. Let's do this. Patience is a virtue, Brother Nero. We must be patient, otherwise they can ransack us at any moment. What we need to do is stay calm, stay focused, so that we can procure those tag team titles. We are now drafted to Wrestling Unlimited, and we are going to go after Wrestling Unlimited's top tag team prize, the most prestigious tag team titles in all of time and space. But to procure them, we must delete those nefarious Riot Squad monkeys. Oh yes, that South American superhero, that nefarious Jamaican, and of course the one whose style is very strong. All three of them will be gunning after us. We have to be on our toes, Brother Nero. What I have taught you over these months is going to be vital for us to be... Do you smell something? It smells like smoke? What the hell could this be? Seems like somebody wanted to send us a message. Clearly they don't want us to take their tag team gold. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh yes, Brother Nero. This great tag team war has only just begun. Oh yes, they shall be deleted.
It would appear as though the tag team champions, the Riot Squad, are taking the fight right to the Hardys, going as far as to going onto the Hardy compound and setting alight that Hardy symbol. Is that fire blazing a symbol of the Hardys' downfall, or will the Broken Ones regain the tag team titles that they oh so want so badly? Nevertheless, tonight we still have a huge confrontation, the final night before the draft split officially goes into place. The Commissioner of Metal, the Commissioner, has been on a warpath. He has taken out Stone Cold Steve Austin, the rival Commissioner, and now he is the sole owner of Metal. He is in control of that show, but one man who disagrees with his tactics is the Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins. Now over the past few months, the Commissioner has tried to cozy up to Seth Rollins in order to try and get him to be his corporate puppet, but Seth Rollins has opted to do things his own way, as we saw when he won the Royal Rumble from the #1 spot. And here on Metal, it was the last night that the brand split was not in effect, and therefore Seth Rollins took the opportunity to say to the Commissioner how he really felt.
I wanted to talk to you face to face in the middle of this ring, because this may be the last time we ever see each other, and quite frankly, I'd be glad if it was. You have become a monster. And yeah, I worked for you before. I used to be your friend. I appreciate that you gave me my first opportunity here in this company, but what you have done to Stone Cold, to Shawn Michaels, is absolutely disgusting. I've done heinous acts for you before, and I regret a lot of it, but nothing on the level of what you did to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's my boss now, and he may never even step foot in a ring again. But this is what you do. You manipulate people. You manipulated me. You wanted me to go into that Royal Rumble as number 30 because you thought you could control me and butter me up so that I could be your corporate champion. Well, guess what? You didn't draft me. I won the Royal Rumble, and I did it from number 1. I proved to everybody in the world that I have earned the respect of my peers, I have earned the respect of the fans, and I have earned the right to go to WrestleMania and win the world title. And hey, with this Intercontinental Championship, I could win it beforehand. I could cash this baby in and go to WrestleMania as the champion. Things are looking up for me, and it's not because of you. It is because I've put in every inch of sweat, blood, and tears into this brand that I have. And you know what? I don't care if you sick those Dudleys on me. I don't care if you sick those masked goons on me that you used to take out Stone Cold. I don't care. And even that little stunt you pulled last week, when you sent CM Punk out during my match, I knew you were trying to save me, but I didn't need anything handed to me. And despite all of that, despite everything you've done, I'm man enough to put my hand out, shake your hand, so I never have to look at your disgusting face again. Some might call you ungrateful, Seth, for the way you just talked to me, but not me. I see the best in people. I understand your frustration, and I know what it's like to be pushed aside, to not be listened to. Do you know who doesn't listen to me? Stone Cold Steve Austin. And guess what I did to him? I put his ass in a truck and hired somebody to run it down. And Seth, as much as it may have seemed personal, it wasn't. It was just business. Like I handled you. It was business, Seth. I didn't mean to hurt you. You're a nice young man. I saw something in you, and I pushed you. There, I said it. I pushed you to the heights that you could potentially reach, and now look at you. You're set to main event WrestleMania. You could even win the world title beforehand if you cash that Intercontinental title in. And you can claim you did it all on your own. But I have been helping, Seth. I've helped you along the way. But like I said, I hold no grudges. Look, Seth, I promise you hand on heart that the Dudleys or the goons, they're not going to interfere. They're not going to attack you right now, okay? This is just you and me. Seth, I wanted to draft you, I really did. But after what you said just then, I don't know if you could work for me. I don't think you're ruthless enough. You've got too much integrity, it seems. And I'm sorry that things have come to this between us because we did used to be friends. But maybe that clouded my judgment. Maybe I thought you could be my inside man on NLW, trying to scout out the competition. But I completely understand that that's not your thing. Now, I don't regret anything I've done to anybody, including Stone Cold, including Shawn Michaels. But I do regret the way I handled things with you, Seth. We were friends. And I ruined that because I was too focused on business. I'm now too focused on running Metal as the most successful show, and for that I apologise. So yeah, we're not working together, we may never even see each other again. But as you said, I'm willing to put my hand out, shake your hand, and I want you to remember this moment. I want you to remember this moment right now, so that this will be your lasting impression of me. Shake my hand, Seth.
I mean, Seth Rollins isn't going to be on the same brand as the Commissioner, so whatever he says, it's not going to affect him business-wise, but it was morally the right thing to do, but they do have a checkered past. But despite that, he's still going to be the better man and give him a handshake at least. Oh, what the hell? Oh my God! That right there is the kiss of death. It's Edge! And damn it, this past week, the Commissioner sent out CM Punk during Seth Rollins' match. And it was Edge who came to the aid of Rollins, or was it? It looked like last week when he speared Seth Rollins, it was an accident. Oh, look at this. Well, I guess that was no accident. It was fully intentional. And Seth Rollins didn't want to be the corporate puppet for the Commissioner. But here's a desperate man who is more than happy to sell his soul to the devil. Edge has made a deal with the devil himself.